Your old relationships are a reflection of an old version of you. Anytime you go back into your past and you mentally think about it with guilt and regret, wishing that things would have worked out, you're actually feeding into your older self, which was in a disempowered state. Those people, those old connections are not a vibrational match to the person that you are today or the person that you are becoming, your future self. And the reason you overthink about your past is because you don't believe that you can attract a partner who is not narcissistic, or you can attract conscious friends who are like your soul tribe. You have to understand that when we are traumatized, we are willing to drink poison because we don't see ourselves as worthy, we don't see ourselves as good enough. So, our definition of love is only derived from the trauma that we have experienced, from the abuse, manipulation, violence, and what not. So we end up forming trauma bonds with people who only re traumatize us. Attachment and familiarity is actually not love, it's actually fear and comes from low self worth. So if you ever feel like, man, I can't believe I allowed that person to treat me that way, that is you waking up and becoming your empowered self. It's a sign that you're taking your power back. You're taking your blindfold off and actually waking up to the reality. The people that you always see surrounded by are actually deeply alone, and they won't realize it because they are trying to fill a void with those superficial connections. But the moment that they become aware and authentic, the truth will be revealed. They will start losing people. So it's 10 times better to be alone than in being trauma bonds. When you are a person of values, of integrity, you want honesty and real in your connections. You can't hang out with just anyone. It's because the truth is that people are unconscious and they don't want to heal their emotional baggage. That's why they are constantly dumping it onto other people. So, your relationships are actually a reflection of the level of self love that you are practicing in your daily life. That's why, when you truly begin to love yourself and heal yourself, the things that you tolerated in the past are going to become unbearable because you will be able to see the vibrational dissonance. You will be able to see how you've been cutting yourself short. You will be able to see how that trauma bond was actually disguised in the form of love, but it was actually disempowerment. It was your fear of not receiving love. It was coming from a place of lack of self love, that void that you were trying to fill through other people. And that's why you are always attracted to narcissists, to people who only reflected that trauma within you. So keep your standards high. It's not egotistical or selfish, it's actually spiritual hygiene. And remember that you didn't push anyone away, they wanted you to leave. That's why they kept treating you like shit. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, but you will attract conscious beings who are also tired of people pleasing and superficial connections, who also want real connections just like you do. And remember that your spiritual awakening and your self healing, it's actually the biggest game over for anyone who ever tried to take advantage of you. So trust in your journey. You don't have to do anything other than just keep being your true, authentic, and real self, and keeping your heart open to what you truly deserve and what's truly meant for you. That's the magic that happens when you realize that you are worthy beyond measure. I hope that you stay blessed. Much love.